Thank you. Oh, good, it's working. Yeah, so I'm here to talk about the movie and answer any questions you might have. We wrote this we started writing it in 2019. This is a while ago. And then we had COVID happen, so we had a long time to edit the script, sorry. And then we ended up shooting it in the fall of 2022. And the project really came together when Kira Sedgwick agreed to do the movie. She's a local. I don't know how many of you know. She lives around here, and she's Jewish. Her mother's Jewish. She's a blonde Jew, and they exist. She's one of them. And she agreed to do it. We pitched her. We said, "You live close by. It's a fast shoot. You know, what's the harm?" So she said, "Okay, as long as David Paymer plays my husband." So then we were able to convince David Paymer to do it. At which point, Method Man, who's the doorman, I don't know how many of you know him, he's a hip-hop foundation, part of Wu-Tang Clan, which is kind of a foundational rap group. He loves Kira Sedgwick. It turns out he's a huge Kira Sedgwick fan. So he jumped on. He's like, yeah, Kira's in it, I'm in it. And then, so then the rest of the cast came together from there, and we were ready to shoot, and everything felt exciting and good. Finally, we were going to do it. But a couple days before we start filming, Method Man's manager calls and says, "Yeah, we're so sorry, Method Man can't do the movie." So we're devastated and confused. We said, why can't he do what's wrong? What happened? And the manager explains, yeah, with everything that's going on with Kanye and Kyrie Irving, this Ethiopian Jewish thing, it feels like an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory or something. It doesn't seem real. And we were trying to explain, these are real people, this exists, they're real. And they said, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he could do it. So what ended up happening is Daniel, the director and my co-writer, he has an Ethiopian Jewish acquaintance who called Method Man, and they talked for about an hour. It was an interesting cross-cultural exchange, and then he came to set, and that was it. They both learned a lot. I told that story recently, and her parents came out to me. It was quite shocking. Oh, yeah. Hi. Your daughter saved the movie. Thank you. And so that worked out. It was a close call. But then we had another wrinkle when the woman who rented the apartment to us, really nice woman, but understandably nervous, decided she was going to stay in the apartment during filming. She was going to be there the whole time. And that was tough for us. So the Japanese art you see on the wall in the dining room, that's hers. She did not want to take it down. Some people seem to be okay with like it, so maybe I should just take credit for it. I don't know. And she was there every day, just sitting there and not laughing ever. Just so serious, and it made me so nervous. I was thinking, is it not funny? Is she just worried? And what is it? And she wouldn't let anyone use her bathroom, except Method Man. She's a huge Wu-Tang fan, so she let him use the bathroom. But other than that, it became very cramped because we had the dead body in one bathroom, and then very limited bathrooms for the cast. And but I think it worked out. It was kind of a silver lining to it. Was the cast got close from it and having to manage that because we didn't have any rehearsal time. It was a fast shoot. It was 18 days, so being in those close quarters, I think, helped in a way build up the chemistry that you see on the screen. And if anyone has any questions, by the way, I can keep answering. Oh, hi, yeah.
I just have a dumb question. I was speaking at the very, very end. What did the two old men, when he said, what's the end of that joke, what did the old man say at the very end?
He says it's not such a good joke.
Oh, is that what he
He doesn't want to tell the joke, yeah. And that's Zero Mostel's son, Josh Mostel. He's the one who says that. So that was exciting. I didn't know he'd be in the movie until I saw it, yeah.
How much was there any improv during what we saw?
There was some improv, not a ton of improv. There were a few scenes, the foreskin stuff. That was Method Man. So that was a pleasant surprise when he did that. But mostly we stuck to the script because we had such a limited, window to film and so many lines to get through. But we had it here and there. We used 2 cameras, so we were able to fire a lot off. And we played around the country. Obviously, the Upper West Side is kind of a natural fit, but we played elsewhere too. We played for an all-Mormon audience in Reno, Nevada. So it was me, Daniel, and then 150 Mormons. And the movie started, and immediately I'm like, this Mormon joke, I hope it goes over. It didn't go over that well. They didn't love it. Not a big laugh. But in general, they responded to the movie. It seems like, a lot of people that come from a closed community or have traditions they can relate to. Although I think the Mormon conversion process is a little faster and easier, probably. You should do the baptism or whatever it is. But it mostly went over, except this one couple came up to me and they looked so shocked and confused, and I got nervous. And I said, yeah, we're here to see Beetlejuice. What is this? What did we just watch? I thought Tim Burton was going crazy. There's these Jews and this dinner and no idea. Oh yeah, in the back.
Have you received any criticism that it puts Jews in a bad light?
Here and there a little bit. Some people get that can have that concern, but I don't know. My feeling is a comedy. I think it's humanizing, and I'd just be surprised if anyone that was went to this movie anti-Semitic. This isn't necessarily a draw for them. And they're gonna or be on the fence, and then show up and be like, "Aha! I caught them. They run the banks and the media. I do it." So I'm hoping that people are taking it okay. Yeah.
What's next?
What's next? I've been working on some scripts. One script we've been writing it's about chess boxing, which is a new sport. At least in America, it's actually been big in Europe for a while, and it's a real sport. It's a round of chess and then a round of boxing. You go back and forth until you're knocked out or checkmated. And so our script's it's about the first grandmaster competing. And I actually went last week and I saw New York State's #1 chess player is he's going to be competing in Serbia, so I got to see him fight and practice. His strategy in the boxing seems mainly to be running away, so I hope that works out for him. Yeah.
What was the original impetus for the script idea? Was there something that led to it?
The idea came out of, my mom, she does Shabbos dinner every Friday night, and she likes to play pranks sometimes, so my friend brought his fiance over for the first time, and my mom was serving her smaller and smaller portions on little plates and shot glasses, and everyone else had normal sized glasses and portions. And the producer of the movie, he heard about it and called me, and we've been trying to think of a low budget comedy, and he had the idea, what if there was a murder there's a prank that went really wrong, and they had to cover it up. So that was what got the ball rolling. Yeah.
When the two of you co-wrote the film, do you sit together, or do somebody do some pages and you email it to the other person? How do you co-write it together?
For the co-writing, we go back and forth and decide on the story, just the basic one page, the arc of it. And then we did some outlining, and then I wrote the first couple drafts on my own, and then at that point, we would divvy up and say, okay, the kitchen scene needs some work, you're gonna do that, and the ending, I'll edit that. And the ending, actually, we ended up writing, I wrote that the day before we filmed it, because Daniel called me. He said, the current ending is no one finds it funny. So I just quickly scrambled. Back there.
Did you have the idea for the suicide note?
Yeah, Daniel and I had that together because we went through we were trying to figure out for so long how to resolve it, how to get away with it. At one point, I wrote an ending where Method Man sprouts wings and flies like an angel with the body off the balcony, and Daniel said, I think you're going crazy, you need to take a break from writing for a couple days. So eventually, we landed on that, like the closest we can get to a plausible cover-up. Yeah.
Have the producers made any deals for distribution?
Yeah, so we've been all over the country at this point. We started in Boca for some reason. I don't really know why. Baffling. And then we kind of migrated north from there, all around the country. So we've been in 43 theaters now. We're in Puerto Rico at the moment. If anyone has friends there, please tell them to I don't know how many people are going to the movie in Puerto Rico, but yeah, we've made $1.5 million at the box office. So it's been a surprising. We've been very lucky, but it's tough to get into. I never knew this, but in order to get into the AMC's and a lot of the big chains, you have to have a marketing budget. So it's kind of a catch-22. I said that wrong. Catch-22. I don't know. It sounded strange when I said. But because you have to have a huge marketing budget, but then no one knows if they want to put up that kind of money unless it's doing well. So this is right here.
Have you gone to any festivals?
We went, we opened at Tribeca. We won the audience award with limited voter fraud, so that was exciting. And we played there, and we did a lot of Jewish film festivals, and we played in Berlin, which was an interesting experience. And in Berlin, it's unusual the way they laugh. It's like they're laughing like they're doing something wrong. It's like it's so hard, like they shouldn't be. But that was the other big one for us.
You're funny.
Yeah.
By the way, you're funny.
Oh well, thank
Yeah,
you.
you're funny. I just because I live on Riverside Drive, the exterior, and it was a real apartment on Riverside Drive, and the exterior was of that apartment.
It was two different buildings. So the
Right.
the interior was on Central Park West, and then
Oh.
exterior was that's actually where it's like I think on 90th, and it's where When Harry Met Sally filmed there, and a couple other movies. It's kind of a famous lobby. And someone, just
Did you film in script order?
I don't know honestly. I wasn't on set that much. I get very nervous on set, especially when the lady that lived there was there, and I was like, oh god. I hope she likes it after. I don't know. I think mostly they did try to. I think. I know the dinner scene was 3 days, so that took some of the schedule got messed up because Milana, the sister who's in the AT&T commercials, I don't know if you recognized her, she got COVID at one point.
Oh.
So we had to kind of rearrange the filming.
Did you have to restage the apartment?
Yeah, so a lot of the Judaica that's in the apartment, that actually came from Daniel's mother's house. We just looted her house and put everything up. So other than the Japanese art, that's all
So you
stuff we
didn't
put.
have the tables, all the furniture were this woman's furniture?
I think it was a mix. I mean, it really depended on what she was willing to part with temporarily, because I understood why she was nervous. I mean, you don't want her to get scratched or something, but made it tough. Yeah.
How did you actually find the apartment?
A location scout. Daniel and Adam, the producer, they had a location scout, and they went to. I was saying we should do it at a New Jersey soundstage or something, because it was so difficult trying to find something on the Upper West Side. They went everywhere, and they actually, I think they found her like a week and a half before filming. I don't think I had ever seen Daniel so nervous and scared when because all the actors were flying in and we didn't have an apartment, and we were just kind of going ahead with it hoping. So I could take a couple more. Yeah.
I just want to thank you in these tough times for making it possible to laugh.
Oh, that's very
Really
nice.
means that.
Thank you. I'm glad you like this. Thank you. Yeah.
One of your actors was Australian? Which one?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I'm an actor, and I was curious, and I looked up about the film.
Benjamin, the boyfriend. He's Australian, and he's in Succession. You might have seen him in that. He plays like the Bernie Sanders character's chief of staff, and super nice guy, but always plays a real jerk in TV and movies. So I don't know how that works out. Well, anyway, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Thanks.